Hi, welcome to Wildlands Revive, our YouTube channel. Today I am doing Gabion rock cages. I absolutely love the Gabion rock cages. I had done one video already trying to explain this and the audio is all messed up, so let's try it again. I will put the footage of creating the Gabion rock cage in here. And basically you need a 3" by 4" square fencing. We used all ours up, so I'm using this as an example. This is just a little, about a 1/4" by 1/4" fencing. And you take about 6 foot of it. So it Lowe's, it's 60, Home Depot, it's like $65 for a whole roll of this 3" by 4" fencing. And you take about 6 feet of it, cut it with these pliers. Mike uses these pliers, these wire cutters, and you cut it off, and then you roll it together and use the pliers to plier it, to twist it together to make a round cage like this. And then you have a Gabion rock cage. So if you do shorter than 6 foot, you're going to have a small little circle. So the bigger, like 8 feet, the bigger, the wider the circle, and the smaller the amount you use, the smaller the circle. So it depends on how many rocks you have and the area where you want it. So then you put it in the ground. You see behind me is one Gabion rock cage that I started. And we'll probably finish it up today. So come join us as we make Gabion rock cages. Set the Gabion rock cage here in the ground. And then made a nice sturdy spot for it so that it can stay there. And then when you put the rocks in, it says to put big ones first, but since there was this huge one I didn't feel like moving, this big rock, I might just put small ones in around and then put medium size on top of it to see how it goes. So let's continue on and see how we can making the Gabion rock cage. I would take a small little break to see if I could show you. Whew. All right, this is the one Gabion rock cage I did the other day. Does it show it all? Whew. Maybe it needs to be down lower. Nice little machine. There we are. There's the Gabion rock cage. Woo. There it is. That I made the other day. And woo, that's gonna mess mess up the thing. I'm gonna have to edit it. Oh Lord, editing. So this is the one that we're doing today. We'll do it up here. That's the Gabion that we're building today. There's another one I built. Okay. And here is one. And then there's rocks I need to put into them to fill them up. This is the small one that Mike made. And then all these heavy rocks that I've moved along this rock wall till here. And then we are to the first one I made. Goodness. So there's the Gabion that I'm working on. It's about, I don't know, half filled, but I squished my finger. I want something to drink. So we'll pause it from here and then carry on. There was two things I wanted to add to this video. The first one is I recognize that I've been saying the word Gabion wrong. I've been calling it a Gabion. It was just easier to remember it that way for whatever reason, adding the R. So I'm sorry if I disoriented anyone. It is a Gabion. And if you were sitting there yelling at me through the whole time every time I misspoke it, and you watched this video all the way to the end, thank you. You're very tenacious. I appreciate it. The second thing is about the scablands. So here in the scablands, there are rocks, like huge rocks. They're like huge boulders from the Ice Age flooding that came down from Canada to here. There's huge, 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 the size of building rocks. Granite rocks. But then there's also little rocks everywhere. And so if you live in the scablands and want to do a rock garden, I think one beautiful aesthetic is the Gabion rock cages. When I looked at our backyard, I showed the footage of the swing back there. It was totally empty and it was nothing but a pile of dirt. And so when I looked at it, it took a good year and a half, 2 years to figure out. I knew I wanted some type of rock garden, but I didn't know what to begin with or where to start. And so it just came to me one day, well, maybe I'll build a rock cage. And so if you want to build a rock garden and you have a space and you have rocks everywhere, one way to begin to at least figure out where to begin is putting a cage, a rock cage somewhere, and starting organizing the rocks that way. And so it's just a really good way to begin your rock garden, or begin a project. It's not that complicated, and it makes you feel good when at least you accomplish something, rather than staring there looking at an empty space going, I have no idea what to do. So if you're a beginner, and I'm certainly a beginner landscaper, and if you want to learn, I just recommend perhaps doing a Gabion rock cage. So thank you for your subscriptions. There are 24 subscribers, and I'm very proud of that. It's really exciting that we're sharing this journey with other people. And thank you for liking the videos. I do appreciate it, every one of you that have done that. We're very grateful. I'm not sure what we're going to do next, so let's just see what creative thing arrives for us to create next. And our landscaping playlist will continue, and perhaps some more limatiums or biscuit root stuff as well. Mike was showing me yesterday this area where the cows were, where all the biscuit root got eaten, and where the cows wasn't, and you could see a very distinct difference between grazing, what grazing areas does and what grazing doesn't. So that is just something I'd like to do in the future. So we'll see if I can figure out how to put it together. I learned how to do the GoPro, which is really exciting. I never could figure it out before. So I learned how to download it on the laptop, and 2 of these videos on this video was from the GoPro footage. So I figured out how to put it into a video. So I'm very proud of myself. I hope everyone is having a good day, and take care. Bye.